Hey guys, welcome to my bedroom. I'm eating inside tonight because it is so cold outside. It's 45 degrees and it's midnight, so I'm having breakfast because of course I'm working a graveyard shift now. And yes, I hope it is temporary also, folks. Yes, I hope it is temporary also, folks. It's a means to an end, but it's what a man has to do sometimes. And I have been doing a bit of a higher fat diet lately too. And I've noticed some interesting changes so far. I don't have eggs all that often, but it's nice to be able to have them back in my diet. Since I've been having organic pasture raised eggs, I've noticed that I don't have any gut reactions to it, which of course was part of the problem that I had that's different than a lot of other carnivores, is that I didn't just have a weight issue. I had a gut problem that doctors could not figure out. And if you're new to the channel, you could always go back and watch my earliest video, 125 days on lion diet, and you'll really see where I started and where it brought me to in a very short period of time. But now I'm getting close to 2 years of eating this way, and I'm a whole different person. Thankfully, because I was getting hard to be around. Between the anxiety and the stress and the extra weight and the inflammation and the gut problems, it was hard to be me, but it was also hard to be around me. Well, things have gotten a lot better. My marriage is better. And I gotta tell you, I never get tired eating this way. I know some folks have said that they have a hard time just eating meat all the time. I don't know what to say about that. All I can say is if you're having a hard time with the problems that I was having, you're willing to try anything. I found it to be extremely easy to do. The key for me early on was making sure I had plenty of food ready to go. But now, I tend to have everything I need just using the air fryer because it's so quick and easy. And I'm always on the go. That's one of the reasons why I'm not able to put out as many videos as I used to, is changing my sleep schedule like this has been very difficult on my overall well-being, but it's been good overall. My job really keeps me going. I haven't had to exercise any because I am constantly going on my job. I'm lifting heavy weight, I'm constantly moving. I did hurt my knee, but I didn't hurt it on the job. I hurt it coming home trying to relax. I used my inversion machine to hang upside down, and they say that you're not supposed to really go above, this much of a plane. Well, I went all the way and was hanging at a very extreme angle, and I probably pulled something. So that wasn't the smartest thing in the world. But now that I got a knee brace, it makes all the difference in the world. I was able to get through work last night without any difficulty, and I'm looking forward to getting back to work tonight. One thing people doing high-fat carnivore have told me to do though, especially seeing that I use an air fryer and it catches all the fat from the meat when it comes off, is to pour the fat from the air fryer onto the plate so that I can have that with the meat, and I would even drink it off the plate. Now I've only tried this a couple of times, and yesterday I had the most peculiar thing happen, but I think it was actually a good thing because, well, let me explain. I have not had a dream when I'm sleeping for at least 15 years. I don't know if that's natural or normal, or for some people. I'd love to hear what your story is. If you've had anything similar to that, please let me know in the comments. But I haven't had a dream that I can remember. And I say that I can remember only because I'm told we all dream several times a night. But I had no knowledge of any dreaming going on at all. Now, when I first started Lion Diet, I started to notice that I could remember that I had dreamed something, but I could never remember what it was, and it was gone so quickly that it was almost like it never happened. But yesterday was a whole different story. I had so much fat on my plate that I consumed early on because I was really worried I was gonna spill the fat onto the place I was sitting, and I wanted to get it off the plate as quickly as I could. And it kind of upset my stomach a little bit, and I wasn't able to finish all my food. And then all that night, or not, it's so confusing when you're used to sleeping at night, and now I sleep during the day. All during my sleep cycle, I was having bathroom issues, let's just say. I was having another bout of keto flu, basically. and I could tell that it was the fat just going right through me. People have mentioned that going to a higher fat version of Carnivore will really help your brain, because your brain uses fat. I mean, your brain is actually made, it has a lot of fat in it. I'm a fathead. I guess we all are, but the thing about it is that it's supposed to help your brain work a little better. Well, it sure helped my dream cycle. Unfortunately, I had a nightmare from it, but it was so vivid. I felt like I was really there. I haven't had anything like that happen in so long that even though the dream kind of messed with my psyche some, I was still thankful, because I started to think I wasn't normal anymore. It was such a strange thing not dreaming at all, and my wife would tell me about her dreams, and I thought, I wish I knew what it was like to be able to even have a dream. Well, I had a dream now. Though the dream is extremely hard to describe, which dreams usually are, especially if you don't write them down right afterward. But I remember it. I remember it even now. It's just that I know when I tell the story that I have to fill in some gaps because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But it was very stressful, this dream. And it kind of probably just deals with what's going on in my head as I deal with all these problems in my life right now. But it was so nice to wake up and know that I'm able to dream again. It was truly a positive thing. Even though it could sound like a negative, when you haven't had a dream in 15 years and all of a sudden you have a vivid dream, it's like, wow, my brain is working like it's supposed to again. Even though I'm under a lot of pressure, it was good to know that my brain is behaving more naturally. I know the angle might have changed a little bit on the camera. I had to change batteries. It's really been hard adjusting to this new sleeping schedule. I want to be up in the morning, and initially I was coming home and going right to bed and then having a hard time sleeping during the day because it's so bright outside. Now I do use a sleep mask. I don't know where it is right now, but oh, here it is. I do use a sleep mask to help me sleep at night so that I don't have all that light coming in and disrupting my sleep. But it's been hard. It's been hard adjusting to whether or not I want to sleep in the morning or sleep in the evening. I'm trying to push it to where I'm going to bed around 4 or 5 o'clock when I have to go to bed, go to work as late as I'm doing tonight. Like for instance, tonight I'm going in at 2:30 in the morning. So I was able to start my sleep cycle a little earlier. And I've noticed that it was easier to stay asleep. Unfortunately, I kept getting phone calls and text messages that were waking me up, but I'm sleeping better. And I did have a dream last night, but I don't remember what it was. But just knowing that I had one lets me know that something is different happening. And I think it's positive. I really do. And I'm going to stick with the higher fat version of this diet for just a little while longer and see what really happens. And maybe start tracking some of the percentages. All I know is I feel good. I feel really good. I just hate that I haven't been able to come and record as much for you guys and let you know what's going on with this diet. But at the same time, I think there's a good thing to that, because a lot of the other people that are on YouTube, their lives seem kind of perfect, like everything's going fine and they're able to make a lot from just doing their channel. And I need a little bit more than that to be able to support my family. So for those of you who have a working life and you got difficult things going on, it just goes to show that you can do a tough job and have a hard time going on in your life and still maintain a diet that keeps your body powered the way you want it to be. To keep you strong enough to handle what's going on. I mean, I'm twice the age of a lot of the people I work with, but I'm able to keep going, and there's nothing slowing me down. I'm thankful the people I work with keep going as well as they do. I will say one of my viewers even commented that he did a job similar to what I'm doing when he was 19, and he wasn't able to do it more than 3 days because it was just so hard on him. But I'm enjoying the labor. I really am. It's unusual because I was kind of a wimp before. I didn't want to do hard labor. But now I love it because I get to work and I get my exercise at the same time. So I have no complaints at all about the work. But I do hope it's a means to an end that's going to lead me to a better place financially to be able to take care of my family and hopefully get back to a normal schedule before long. Because there are opportunities in this company. And of course, there's always opportunities with this channel. You never know how well it's going to go. I mean, if it keeps going up and up like it is, and I'm so thankful for all you subscribers out there. I'm almost at 16,000 subscribers. That just truly blows me away, because when I made that first video, my intent was just to make one video to share how it changed over a few months. I didn't know it was going to be a lifetime change like it's been, but it has been a wonderful change. It has done so much for my physical health, for my mental health, for my overall well-being. When you look at the way that I looked before and you see those images like at the beginning of the video, you can see that it was tough living in this body. It wasn't always comfortable. And the funny thing is I didn't even realize how bad it had gotten. And this morning I got on the scale, it was 177 pounds. Last night, morning for when I got up for work, I was 177 pounds, a pound less than what I was the other day when I said I'd hit my first new low. I hadn't been under 180 pounds since I don't know when. I was probably when I hit my 13-year-old growth spurt. But to feel this good at age 50 is truly a miracle. And I have it all. I have Lion Diet and Carnivore Diet to thank for it. I feel better than I ever have in my life. And you can have that too. All you got to do is decide that if you're in the same position I was in, that you're going to make a change. Now, sometimes it takes a lot for us to make that change. For me, I really felt like I was at the end of my rope. That beyond just feeling overweight, I had been told by doctors they had no answers for my problems. I was starting to feel like I was just going in and they were looking at me like I was crazy. Didn't stop them from sending me a bunch of bills, which added to my stress even more. Break that cycle. Get out of that awful healthcare system that is not taking care of you. They don't take your nutrition into account. And if they do, you're lucky, but it's going to be very rare. I've been reading a book, listening to an audio book while I work called Metabolical by Dr. Robert Lustig, and it really reveals a lot of great information about why our food supply is so full of crap and garbage that is just clogging us full of things that are killing us. You know, he's more of an anti-processed food guy. He kind of thinks that vegans and carnivores are both benefiting from the same thing. And I can see that too. That's why I tell my wife, you know, as long as you're eating more whole foods and staying out of the processed foods, it's going to help you a lot. The problem is, I find when people still eat carbs, they still want carbs, and it makes it hard for them to break free completely. Like my wife will keep telling me, yeah, I had a soda today, or I had something I shouldn't have had today. The nice thing about going full carnivore is that eventually you lose those cravings for carbohydrates, and then you don't want that garbage anymore. And that's why I believe in this diet. Not because my channel is doing well, not because I'm getting a lot of attention for eating meat. This is what has made the difference for me to go full on not eating junk food, not having even cravings, or give you an example. They bring us breakfast sometimes in the morning, especially if our team is doing good where I work. And it's usually McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. So, I mean, it's nice of them to bring food like that, but I'm not going to eat any of that stuff. I don't eat pork, so I don't eat the sausage or bacon sandwiches they bring. And I don't know how they cook their eggs. And I know a lot of restaurants cook their eggs with vegetable oils. So I just avoid it. And I wait till I get home, even when I'm hungry. And it's hard watching people sometimes eating when you're hungry, but not for me. Because of Lion Diet and because of Carnivore Diet, I have been able to stick with it. I've been able to stick with it, and it has made me feel 1,000% better. And you can have that too. All you got to do is decide that you're going to get serious about what you're eating and take your life back. Take your health back. Feel good about life again. I know I am. And I want to see you guys do that too. So screw it. Get up and do it. I'll see you next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
Be sure to check out my merch shop before you leave today. I've been putting together these designs for the carnivore community to be able to screw it, get up and do it. Check out some of the other designs I've got going on right now. Did someone say steak? I've got legalized freedom gear, and I've got new designs on the way.